We are studying chapter number 6 of Science 1, which is refraction of light. In the last two classes, in the second last class, we understood the basics of light and we focused on reflection of light. And we finished the second last class with the concept of refraction of light. In the last class, we looked at the concept of refraction of light in detail. We understood what it is, why that happens, how that happens, and how we can measure it. In today's class, we will focus on some phenomenon that we experience in real life, and those phenomenon happen because of refraction of light. Phenomenon is an occurring, happening, something that happens, and it is singular, phenomenon. When we say phenomena, it becomes plural. Phenomenon, phenomena, real life phenomenon. This is how the session will be structured. There will be some revision where I will ask you some questions. And if you have any doubt, you will ask me to explain, answer. Then we will look at, I think, 6 or 7 real life phenomena which occur due to refraction. And then we will end the session with very simple questions to just check how much we have understood and how much we have remembered. So I would always try to have this kind of structure where there are some questions in the beginning, there are some questions at the end, so that we are connected to all the classes. So be ready with your textbooks, notebooks, pens, and pencils. Today, it will be more important for you to have your textbooks and pencils ready. Let us start the revision. And to answer these questions, you can refer to your textbooks, you can refer to your notes. You would remember this diagram. You would remember this diagram. So in this diagram, we see a ray of light coming from air entering a slab of glass. So it bends towards the normal, then it again moves straight, then it comes out of the glass slab and enters the air, so it bends away from the normal. We name the rays as incident ray, refracted ray, and the emergent ray. We also name the angles as the incident angle, refracted angle, and the angle of emergence. Angle of incidence, angle of refraction, and angle of emergence. Just one question I have for you. If I ask you to consider the measure of angle I and the measure of angle E. Measure of angle I. So if I say angle I is equal to I, the measure of angle I is I degrees and measure of the angle of emergence is E degrees. How are they related to each other? What is the relationship between them? What will be your fill in the blank? The correct answer is that the angle of I and angle of E, they are of same measure. So the fill in the blanks will be equals to this is the I here, this is the E here. This angle I is the angle that the incident ray makes with the normal while it is entering the glass, is equal to the angle E which the emergent ray makes with the normal when it is coming out of the glass slab. Both of them will be equal. For the next question, there are 3 sets of diagrams and there are 3 sets of fill in the blanks. So first look at the diagram and the fill in the blanks on the left hand side. This diagram and this fill in the blanks. Tell me what will come in the fill in the blanks. When a light ray passes from a rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends dash the normal. When a ray of light passes from a rarer medium to a denser medium, what happens to the ray of light? Correct, Alfia? Correct, Karina? Correct, Aman? Yes, correct. When a ray of light passes from rarer medium to denser medium, and we see that in the diagram here. So ideally it should have gone like this if the light traveled in a straight line without bending, but now you see it has bent towards the north. Look at the second, the middle one. Look at this picture and this fill in the blanks. When a ray of light passes from a denser medium to a rarer medium, it bends dash the north. Yes, Alfia, correct. Chand, correct. Correct answers. So when the light ray passes from the denser medium to the rarer medium, so see what is happening. If it was traveling straight, this is how it would have moved. But now it has moved away from the north. So it bends away from the north. This is what is happening. Finally, the third situation. In the third situation, the ray of light is perpendicular to the normal. It is lying on the normal. When a ray of light is incident normally at the boundary, that means this angle between the angle between the ray of light and the boundary between the two media, it is 90 degree. That is angle of incidence equals to 0 degree. Angle of incidence is not 90 degree. Many students get this wrong. Angle of incidence here is 0 degree. The angle between the ray of light and the boundary between the media is 90 degree. Be careful. And once again, you have given me correct answer. It will not bend. It does not change direction and hence does not get refracted. No, it does not bend. It does not change its direction. Dekho, it blue line and the red line, the incident ray and the refracted ray, they are in the straight line. This is very important for us to remember to understand refraction of light. Light bends in different ways when it moves from one medium to another. When it moves from rarer to denser medium, it moves towards the normal. When it moves from denser to rarer medium, it moves away from the normal. Maybe you remember something called as Snell's law. And Snell's law says that there is a ratio for whenever there is a refraction, whenever light passes from one medium to another medium. So in this case, medium 1 is air and medium 2 is glass. Then the ratio of tooth values remains constant, and that is represented by the alphabet N, which is called refractive index. It is called the refractive index. If I ask you to fill in the blanks now, what will be your answer? If this is fill in the blanks number 1, this is fill in the blanks number 2, what will be your answer? So what I was looking for was sin I. This is small I and sin R, which is small r. What are these? These are the angles. These are the angles of incidence and refraction. Incidence and refraction. Kahan hai? This is the angle of incidence and this is the angle of refraction. So यहाँ पर आएगा sin and this fill in the blanks will be R. It is not 1 and 2. It is not sin 1 by sin 2. It is sin I by sin R. Okay. Now, if I tell you that the velocity of light in air is v1 and the velocity of light in glass is v2, and then I will ask you, can we write the same ratio using the velocities of light? Will be your answer. Refractive index of glass with respect to air will be what? Very good, Khadija. Correct. It will be V1 by V2. And if we write the notation for refractive index properly, we would say, what is the medium one? What do we write first? What do we write next? As a subscript of n, what do we write first and what do we write next? I think we write the second medium first. So G and A. This means the refractive index of glass with respect to the refractive index of glass with respect to air is sine I by sine R in this case. So depending, if once we measure I, once we measure R, we can measure sine I, we can measure sine R, or we can just take the ratio of velocity of light in the air and divide it by the velocity of light in the glass, and we will find the refractive index of glass with respect to air. This is not the absolute refractive index. To get the absolute refractive index, which can be simply written as n or gn, it will be v by v2, where v is the velocity of light in vacuum and it is constant, 3 into 10 to the power 8 meters per second. With that not so quick revision, let us get into some real life phenomena which involve refraction of light. And group 1 has, when they came to school the last time on Tuesday, they already saw a couple of experiments which are in the textbook, and we try to do that in class. Okay? We will start from there. Now, yesterday, not yesterday, in the last class, when we were studying, we skipped first page. Remember, I skipped the first page because there were some experiments that will make sense now. Now, those who have seen this, it's very easy. Those who have not observed this, you can do it after the class. Do this experiment after the class. Maybe if you are in a restaurant, if you are drinking a lemonade or a cold drink which is transparent, it will not, this thing will not be very visible if you are drinking Coca-Cola, but this will be visible if you are drinking something like a Sprite. So अगर हम उसमें straw डालेंगे तो हमको, जब हम उस straw को देखेंगे, then it will look like this, टूटा हुआ. But we are students, we are school going students, and those cold drinks are not good for us, so we will not do such kind of experiments. But what we can do is we can take a glass tumbler, a tumbler made up of glass, and try to have the surface as smooth as possible. No joints. I mean, no, it should be circular. It should be cylindrical, not octagonal or hexagonal glass. And we will realize that if you put a pencil in it or pen, whatever, a stick in it, and if we keep it straight and if we see it from far, we will see that the pencil looks straight. And here also, although it looks straight, a part of it will look thicker and a part of it will look thinner. Things become extremely interesting when we don't hold the pencil straight, but we incline it. Agar hum usko tedha rakhe, then it will feel as if the pencil has broken down. It will feel as if the pencil has broken down, and we will feel that the pencil has broken down at the surface of the water. So we have a glass tumbler, we have water in it, and we have put a pencil. Now this is happening because of refraction of light. कौन सा refraction? कहाँ पे? Now you see, part of the pencil is above the water, part of the pencil is below the water. So the part of the pencil that we are seeing, which is above the water, we are seeing directly. The light falls on the pencil, it gets reflected from it, and it reaches our eyes. And some of it passes through glass. So there may be some refraction there also. But the part of the pencil which is under the level of water level, which is under the water, To see that the light is passing through water, the light is also passing through glass before it reaches us. So there is the light bends. And because the light bends, हमको ऐसा लगता है कि वो कहीं और है. The pencil is somewhere else. Note here कि हमको ऐसा नहीं लगता कि पेंसिल पूरा बेंड हो गया है ना. ध्यान दो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं. हमको ये इस तरफ नहीं दिखता है. There is no angle between them. The angle between them is 180 degrees only. They look like parallel lines. It is like our incident ray and the emergent ray. They're not in the straight line, but they are parallel to each other. So ये ऐसे parallel. This is happening because of refraction, which is explained in the third diagram on the right hand side. कि कैसे जब हम देखते हैं, अगर हम ऊपर से देखेंगे, then there will be only one refraction between air and water. If we see it from the side, then there will be two refractions: water, glass, and air. This is why the pencil looks broken. It looks as if they are in two parts. Refraction, phenomenon of refraction in real life. The picture very clearly shows what we will see when we see it from the side, and what we will observe when we look at from the top. Because when we look from the top, we are only encountering air and water. So जहां पर एक्चुअली पेंसिल का पॉइंट है वहां पे नहीं, उससे थोड़ा आगे दिखेगा, उससे थोड़ा ऊपर दिखेगा. And when we look at it from the side, it will feel that the pencil has broken. उसके दो टुकड़े हो गए हैं, but they are parallel to each other. Please do this experiment at home. When we describe this phenomenon, remember what we are talking. The main point is refraction. The second point is our view. Where are we looking from? If we are looking from the top, then the refraction due to air and water. And if you are looking from the side, then the refraction due to air, glass, and water. Remember that. These 2 points will be necessary to explain this phenomenon. And whenever we explain, we will explain by points and bullet points. Another phenomenon. So these are the 2 activities that are given on page number 73, first page of the textbook, first page of the chapter. This is activity 2. Now we are not taking a transparent tumbler, we are taking maybe a steel tumbler, and we are putting a coin in it. And then we will be able to see the coin only when we will be able to look at the coin directly. जब तक हमारे पास सीधा line of sight नहीं होगा, तब तक हमको वो coin दिखेगा ही नहीं. Right? But if we put some water in it, then we will see कि अभी this is position 1. मान लो without water we are able to look at what is there in the tumbler, what is there in the katori, a coin from P1. If we put some water in it, we will be able to see the same coin from this position. Or to explain it in another way, if there is no water, we will be able to see the coin from P0, which is nearer to the container. But when we put some water in it, we will be able to see the same coin from a little bit far away, P1. This also happens because of refraction of light. अब यहाँ कैसे refraction आया? Now we have air and water. So when the light is, we will be able to see something when, again, we have discussed this when we studied light last year. that seeing is possible when light is there, when reflection of light happens, and that reflected ray reaches our eyes. If any of this does not happen, then we will not be able to see. So the ray of light that is coming from the coin, ye wala ray, ye dono, when they move from water to air, water is denser, air is rarer. So here the light is traveling from a denser medium to a rarer medium. The densities are different. We can imagine the normal to the surface. Let us try see where the normal is. I will draw it for you on the screen. Very bad drawing. I need a straight line. Okay. This is the normal. Now, if there was no refraction, if the density of the water and air was same, then this ray, the incident ray, would have gone like this, straight. But because the densities are different, now light will bend, and now the light is traveling from denser to rarer. If you remember what we revised just now, when the light moves from denser to rarer medium, it moves away from the normal. It moves away from the normal. So it moves like this. Same thing happens with the other ray. There will be multiple rays reflecting from the coin. And it will think. Now, it appears to our eyes, it appears that these rays which are reaching our eyes, which rays? This ray, they seem to come from this place, not this place. That means to our eyes, it appears that the coin is at a higher level now. And because it seems that it is at a higher level, we are able to see it from a further away distance. Refraction of light. Refraction of light while it moves from water to air, denser to rarer medium. So it bends away from the normal. Another phenomenon. It is called a mirage. Mirage is like a false impression of water in a very, very dry place, usually desert. क्यों होता है? कैसे होता है? Deserts are very dry places, and the air near the surface of the earth will be hotter. The air as we go up will be colder. There, the temperature is different. When the temperature is different, the density is also different. Hotter air means it is rarer. Colder air means it is denser. Now suppose one of our students is traveling. One of our students is traveling in the desert. A long time has passed. Water has finished. Has run out of water. Thirsty, he or she. And then she looks far ahead, and what he will see is this. A ulta tree. Because there are, even in deserts, there are places that are called oases. Oases are those places in the deserts where, for some geographical reason, there is some source of water, there is some greenery. So this person, traveler, who has run out of water, is traveling in the desert, he or she sees a ulta tree. Now, this traveler is not stupid. The traveler is intelligent. When the traveler sees upside down tree, the traveler doesn't think, "Arey, there is some magic happening here." No. The traveler thinks that there is some water here. There is some water. And what I am seeing is the reflection of the tree, which is near the water source. Understand what is happening? The traveler, when he or she is looking ahead, he would see some upside down tree. Upside down trees are not possible, but upside down trees are possible when we have a reflection of the tree. And the traveler thinks that there is some water here. But unfortunately, there is no water. The reason the traveler sees this inverted image of the tree is again because of refraction. If the density of air was constant, if there was no change in the density of the air, the ray of light would travel straight from the tree to the person. From the tree to the person. And the person would see a image. The image that will form on the retina of the person will be a upright image, straight. But now that is not what is happening. The real situation is the densities, the air at different levels have different densities, hotter near the surface, colder near as we go up. So wherever it is hotter, it is rarer. Wherever it is colder, it is denser. So when the person is looking at this, once again, the light is bending. And now it looks to the person as if the light rays are coming from here on this dotted lines. क्योंकि bend हो गया, ये bend हो गया ऐसे. We as human beings, our brain is trained to look at, trained to interpret light in straight lines only. So when light bends and reaches us, we are unable to comprehend that it has bent. We still form an image with straight lines, ray diagrams. And to us, it appears that it is an inverted image of the tree, which is possible only when there is a reflecting surface. And the reflecting surface in nature is water. So the person thinks falsely that there is some water. And this false impression of water is called a mirage. The false impression of water is called a mirage. This is science. We have mirages in our lives also. Very simple. हम कोई चीज दूर से देखते हैं, हमको बहुत अच्छी लगती है, हम उसको चाहते हैं कि वो हम हासिल कर लें, हम खा लें उसको, हम उसको अब खरीद लें. और अक्सर ऐसा होता है, नहीं हमेशा नहीं, अक्सर ऐसा होता है कि मिठाई की दुकान में जो मिठाइयाँ एकदम चमक रही होती हैं, हलवाई की दुकान में जो पकोड़े तले जा रहे होते हैं, generally because of the things that are used there, they may not be the best things for our health. So something that looks good from far may not be really good. That is real life mirage, non-science mirage. In science, the mirage is false impression of existence of water. False impression of existence of water. And this happens also because of refraction. So if there is a fire burning and we are observing something beyond the fire and above the fire, then we will see the objects that are above the fire and beyond the fire. They will not look stationary. They will look shaking. So the object is not moving. Again, refraction. See, the fire is burning at the bottom. So just above the fire, the air will be much hotter. And around the fire, the air will be colder. So there is a change in the density of the air. Wherever it is hotter, the density will be lower. Wherever it is colder, the density will be more. And because there is change in the density of the air through which the light is passing, it bends. And because the heating of the fire is not constant, the density keeps changing. So bending also keeps changing. So to us, it seems कि अभी object इधर है, कभी इधर है, कभी इधर है, कभी इधर. To us, it looks like the objects are shaking. Refraction of light. Now, till now, we were looking at objects which are very much in our control. A pencil, a coin, a fire, a mirage, very much on the planet Earth. Refraction, because light travels even in the vacuum, even in space, we have the phenomenon of refraction everywhere. Everywhere there is light and there is a change in the density. Because of the change, because of refraction, stars look closer to us than they really are. Really? Do they look closer to us? No. They look further away from us. Be very careful about this language. On page number 76. Page number 76. Then actually, the star is at this position. This is the real position. This is the real position. But we are able to see the star when we get the light coming from the star reaching us. But the star is far, far, far away. The light is traveling through a lot of space, which is mainly vacuum. Then it enters the atmosphere, which has air. So definitely the density of the atmosphere is more than the density of the vacuum. And because it is traveling now, because now the light is traveling from a rarer medium to the denser medium, rarer medium to the denser medium, it bends towards the normal. It bends towards the normal. And because of that bending, and for our eyes, for our brain, everything is straight. हमको ऐसा लगता है that the star is actually here. Apparently, apparent लगता है. The real position is somewhere below. The apparent position is somewhere higher. And when it says here increasing refractive index, this is what I explained to you. Vacuum, very no density, empty. But when we enter the atmosphere, when the light enters the atmosphere, as the light comes near the surface of the earth, the density of the atmosphere keeps on increasing. The light keeps bending nearer and nearer to the normal. So to us, it will look as if the star is higher up. Let me explain this to you with another diagram. Let us try understand this phenomenon with another setup, where now we are going back to the setup where we have air and glass. We understand this properly. Now air and glass, the density is increasing from air to glass. Similarly, from the vacuum to the atmosphere, from higher atmosphere to lower atmosphere, the density is increasing. So to us, the light, actually the star is here. Star is here. But because the light ray has refracted, it has bent towards the normal, to us it seems as if the light is coming from here. New position. And that new position is the apparent position, and which is above the point A. I hope this is clearer now. Why does it appear higher up and not lower? Because the light is bending towards the normal, so हमको लगता है it is higher up. Refraction of light. Now, if we extend this situation to specific times of the day, dawn and dusk. Dawn means just before sunrise. Dusk means just before sunset. We are on the west coast of India. We are on Mumbai is on the coast of Arabian Sea. So we have very good opportunity of looking at sunsets because we are on the western coast. एंड वी वुड सी, अगर हम मरीन ड्राइव पे जाकर या कहीं पर भी अगर हम सनसेट को देखेंगे तो देखते हैं कैसे सूरज ऐसा लगता है जैसे कि इट इज ड्राउनिंग इन द अरेबियन सी, it is drowning in the Arabian Sea. And if you pay attention, if you do some research, you would see, if you compare when you are seeing the sunset and what the meteorological department is saying as the time of the sunset is, you would observe that by meteorological department, maybe the sunset time is 7 p.m., but by your time, it is 7:05 p.m. क्यों हुआ ऐसा? Are you wrong? Or is the meteorological department wrong? No one is wrong. We are recording different times because of the phenomenon of refraction. And we common men, we are not scientists. हमको कब दिखेगा, कब तक, what is sunset? When the sun goes below the horizon. अगर हमारे स्टूडेंट अल्फिया यहाँ बैठी है and looking at the sun going down. So when the sun goes below this level, for her it will be sunset. But because of refraction, क्योंकि क्यों, why will that be sunset? क्योंकि उसके नीचे हम देख ही नहीं पाएंगे. That is the horizon. Horizon is the straight horizontal. उसके नीचे हम नहीं देख सकते. Because of refraction, even when the sun goes below the horizon, see what is happening. Vacuum, atmosphere, rarer to denser. So ideally light would have gone like this, but then it will bend towards the normal. So इस तरफ bend करेगा ऊपर की तरफ, हमको दिखेगा, और यहाँ दिखने की बजाय हमको यहाँ दिखेगा. So we will be able to see the sun even after it has actually set. Something similar happens during the dawn. Even before the sun is actually above the horizon, we will be able to see because of refraction of light. So we are magicians. We are able to see the sun before the sunset, and we are able to see the sun before the sunrise and after the sunset. Because of the same thing, the apparent position is higher than the actual position, the real position of the star. Now, if we combine this apparent real position of the stars with कि हीरो हीरोइन बैठे हैं, बीच में आग लग रही है और उनका जो इमेज है वो शेक कर रहा है. So if an astronaut, say Shubham Yadav, is not astronaut, an astronomer is observing a star from the surface of the earth, and the star is very, very far away, and Shubham Yadav is observing the star. The light is passing through the vacuum, the different layers of atmosphere. Already we know that the density of vacuum is, we can say for all practical reasons, 0, and there is air in the atmosphere, and the density of air, it increases towards the surface of the earth. So when the light is traveling from the star to our eyes, it is entering gradually denser media. In addition to that, because earth is rotating, the air around it is not constant, the temperature of the air is not constant, so the density of the atmosphere keeps changing. Not only it is different at different altitudes, it keeps changing. So जैसे that object beyond the fire keeps shaking, the star also to us would look shaking. मान लो हम किसी कोई टॉर्च डाल रहा है, अगर हम स्ट्रेट रखेंगे तो हमको सिर्फ लाइट दिखेगा, बट हम टॉर्च को अगर ऐसे हिलाएंगे, if we shake it, so we will see shaking light. That is what, and what, no one is shaking the star here, but the light of the star is bending left, right, up, down because of the change in the density of the medium that it is passing through. इसलिए हम कहते हैं तारे टिमटिमा रहे हैं. The stars twinkle. Refraction of light. If stars twinkle, stars twinkle because the light coming from the star to our eyes passing through various air of different density, media of various densities. That is what is happening with the planets also. No, they are in the space. They don't have their own light. They are reflecting the light that they are getting from the stars. Why is the moon not twinkling? It is not in our atmosphere. It is very, very far. But it is not that far for us to observe the twinkling. That is the reason. The light that is coming to us from the planets, from the satellites, they are also bending. They are also getting refracted. Yes, but the level of refraction is so low because they are so nearer comparatively compared to the stars. The satellites and the planets are so near to us that our eyes cannot detect the refraction. If we use very precise telescopes, light detecting devices, then we will see that the light that we are getting from the planets and the satellites, if that is precise enough, sensitive enough, we will notice that that is also refracting, bending, that is not constant. So planets don't twinkle, stars twinkle, because stars are much farther away, but planets are much closer to us. We cannot detect the twinkling. Let us try answer some questions from the textbook exercise. Multiple choice question, very simple. Tell me what the answer is. What is the reason of twinkling of stars? Why do stars twinkle? I mean, why do we think? Why do we see stars twinkling? What is the correct answer? Are there explosions on the stars? Is the light being absorbed by the Earth's atmosphere? Is the star moving? What happens? The answer is the fourth option, because of the changing refractive index of the atmospheric gases. And why is the refractive index changing? Because of two things. Number one, the density of the air at different levels is different. That is one. Also, this density does not remain constant. Even at one level, the density does not remain constant because of various things, mainly the temperature and the motion of the planet. Very good. Alfia and Khadija. Changing refractive index of atmospheric gases. Another question. We can see the sun even when it is little below the horizon. Sunset के बाद भी हम sun देख पाते हैं. Why? Told you for today's session, for the entire chapter, the answer to all the question is refraction. Yes, because of refraction of light. Same reason. Light coming from the sun passes through different refractive, gradually denser atmosphere. The refractive index is not constant. Rarer to denser, it bends towards the normal. Very good. Now the third question. This is the question I was telling you that I have already informed you that I equals to I. The angle of I equals to E. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence. But how do we prove it? Before and this proof, I really am not sure why this is a question in the textbook. But one way of proving this is, and I will go back to the same air glass setup. This is the air glass setup, and we have to prove that I equals to E. Here it looks apparent that I equals to E, but mathematically how can we prove? Now this is say array. This is refraction 1 and this is refraction 2. Now, in case of refraction 1, the refractive index can be calculated as sine I by sine R. And let us say, because the first medium is air and the second medium is glass, let me write G before N. The second medium is G. For the second refraction, R2, now the refractive index will be sine I1 by sine E. I1 E. Now this will be something like this, because now the light is moving from glass to air using the notation of refractive index. We know that this is equal to 1 by this. Refractive index of glass with respect to air is reciprocal of the refractive index of air with respect to glass. So what we can say is sine I by sine R equals to 1 divided by sine I1 by sine R, or it is sine R by sine I1. अरे मैंने क्या लिख दिया? One thing, this is not R, this is E. Pay attention what is happening. But we know this is constant. That means this sine I by sine R will be equal to sine E by sine I1. Yes, it is constant. Also, R equals to I, because light travels in a straight line in a particular medium. So this and this part, they are same. If the denominators are same and the fractions are same, that means the numerators are also same. Sine I equals to sine E. Therefore, I equals to E. This is one way we can prove that I equals to E. Our homework will be these questions: 2A, 3A, and 3B. 2A, 3A, and 3B. Please make notes. If you make notes, we will remember it properly. The things are explained in paragraphs in the textbooks. That's not the best way to write. Write notes with points. In the next class, we will study dispersion and internal reflection. Thank you.